Good morning, everybody. Look at that sunrise. We are here on day 2 of this exposed aggregate job. I stayed kind of late last night and power washed this all off. Now I'll give it an acid wash today. Once I get the front sidewalk done. So the mixer's, I just threw the color in it. We're using an autumn oak for the color. We are all ready to pour. So we just nose them up there. This asphalt, we just put our 1/2-inch expansion joint to give us a nice clean edge to go to. And then we'll take that off. Rebar just laying there. We'll pick them up as we go. And that's about it. Talk to you soon. So these are all 7 1/4 down. We threw a chalk line right here. We drilled underneath it with our 1/2-inch rebar, and they're in pretty far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them across there. Piece of expansion joint. Picking the rods up as we go. Set the camera up and help out. Hey, this was the easy pour. As you notice, I made a little height correction as I'm straight edging. It just felt a little steep in there, so I picked up this side. I think that feels much better, looks much better, looks good. We're gonna break into 2 groups. I'm gonna take that buggy up that walk and hit that section. Steven's gonna dump over and drag this area. Talk to you in a little bit. Bit. There's a lot of cement in this mix. It sets up fast. I'm gonna head out front and start edging. These guys are in good shape here. Yep. Everything's coming together. There's our corner cut for protection. Always wants to crack off of that corner. So we tool jointed it, and we took our floats and we wet stabbed it, then cleaned it up. Border's coming through real nice. Check out this border over here as it rolls up to the house. Then that highlight that edge of the walk real nice and make that look sharp. So Matt's working on this cut. Let's go see what we're doing around front. This concrete was in the truck longer. It's a little bit tighter than this stuff out here. This is in the sun, that's in the shade. All right, I'll be right back. All that comes into play. Steve, you good? Okay. Okay. If you did it, I like it. Oh boy. So that's what we're looking for, all cleaned up, joints opened up. All we have to do is run down this outer edge with an edger and clean that up. Steve and I are just finishing these last two pads. What I wanted to talk about real quick is you don't want to leave this mark here where your board was or this edge. You'll see that in the exposed. So really rub that out good. Same way this line right here. Make sure you're nice and flat. And we always trowel it. I don't know how that would expose. I think you'd see some of that roughness, I'll call it. Then reopen. These tight radiuses can be challenging. Just take your time on them. Make sure your corners are all full. You take your trowel and just wipe that line out. I'm not doing it like this, troweling down it. That's what we want right there. All right, last pad to go. That's re-edging. I'm just letting a little bit of the edger go in. It's a nice tight radius. That's how you do that. Just a little bit of the edger in. Come in real steep. A little bit more right here. Steve's on his last pad right there. Just cleaning that joint up. He'll trowel those out. So now I can go ahead and get my surface retarder sprayed on here. This is what we're using from Euclid. It penetrates about 1/8 of an inch. So we just knock that top off and expose the aggregate. I'll go ahead and get that set up. Okay, they're looking good around back. All cleaned up, just pulling this edge off for the step. they ran that border through. Doesn't that look nice? You guys are pros. Taking care of that face. We're going to expose this whole face here for a little bit. There's my sprayer. Okay, lots of pressure in the sprayer. Nice even coat. Since this is tinted, it's real easy to see good coverage. I let it sit and dry just a minute, and then I go ahead and second coat it. You want to get this on the concrete as soon as you can. As soon as you're done finishing. Don't let the concrete set. Get it on so it penetrates that surface and does its job. Okay, let's go hit the other one. Same as before. Nice even coat. See, they're already taking the forms off back here. I really like this corner here. I shouldn't get any phone calls on that for cracking. Good protection there. Knock on wood. Just like you're sealing different directions, making sure it's all evenly covered. There we go. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this all finished up. Screws make it nice for putting together and taking apart. Always away, never up. Away and up. Okay. Yeah, as long as I don't hit that end. Good. Now with the grass nice and wet this morning, the board's all covered in concrete. Flip it over, just give it a little push. Voila. This stuff's pretty expensive. This is the AZAC that we use for our flexible. A lot of people ask about that. It's just a siding board, but it bends real nice. It's plastic. You can reuse this several times as long as you keep them clean. Getting everything over here ready to be loaded. All right. Sip of that coffee time. It is all second coated. Trucks are loaded. Second coated and trucks are loaded. All right, now we're just going to go along the edge, fix this up. We're going to try and do something with these tire ruts. We laid down the mats, but it was just too much weight. Ground was too soft. So we'll clean that up a little bit. And I think we're going to head to one more project today. Okay, cleaning up nice. That looks good. Taking care of those ruts. Let's move around back to this side. It really goes quick, so I think it does mean a lot to do it while we're here, rather than just leave it like that for the homeowner. Okay, I'm back over here. I started power washing this sidewalk we did this morning. That's what we're looking for right there. The surface retarder is working perfect. It's coming right off. I'm just gonna get a couple minutes of this footage, cleaning this, maybe a couple things you should look for. It's just gonna be noisy and hard to talk while I'm doing it. But we'll see how it goes. I guess there is this thing called a voiceover. I could do that. Okay, it is end of the day Friday. We started this job, I think it was Tuesday. The guys came up this morning, as you saw, and acid washed this, so everything's nice and clean, nice and dry. Final step for this project. Clear Guard Pro 350, splashes xylene, traction control. All in the sprayer, shooken up, ready to go. So that's one light coat on there. That'll soak in real fast and look a little splotchy. We'll let that dry and hit it again. Lots of pressure. And here we go. Not in any particular one direction, but you want a nice even coat on there. Circles back and forth, side to side. Hit it and move on. Alright, I'll get the camera set up back here. I just wanted to give you a close-up. Okay, that's one coat. So I'll go around back, hit the other stuff while this dries and come back to it. There it is, first coated. Notice on the steps, I didn't just blow it on there real heavy. Nice and light so it doesn't run and see curtains coming down there or run. So you just want a nice even coat, let it tack up, hit it again. Okay, that is everything. Grill pad and rear sidewalks all first coated. Let this dry a couple minutes and then recoat. I really like what we did in this corner. Nice detail work there as far as crack protection. Should be real good. Okay, so let's second coat it and get done. There it is, all second coated. You see all the blotchiness is gone. Nice and even on that surface. You can always add a little bit of sealer later if you see some blotchiness. So I would suggest 2 light coats and wait a week or so, or 28 days. Let the concrete dry. If you need to reapply a little bit, you can. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff done. Talk to you in a minute. So lastly, I just want to take care of this edge a little bit. So I brought up some cold patch. A little bit. Place and tamped. Once it stops moving, that's when I stop tamping. I just hit it 2 or 3 times and it really does lock in pretty tight. Now it's not as good as concrete, but it fills it in and makes it look better. It fills that void until they recoat the driveway or until we come back, rip the driveway out and put concrete in. That's what I'm voting for. And one last thing, Let's take a handful of sand and sprinkle right over it. That way if they step on it, it's not so sticky. Any old sand will work. Masonry sand or this clay sand that I have. Now it's not sticky on the feet. It'll stay in there. Okay, one more to do over here. There it is, all patched in, nice and even. Second coated, drying nicely. Area 1. Over here to the grill area. This all gets put back up on here with some furniture. This looks good. I like our cuts center. That's always where it wants to crack. I like our borders nice and straight, as well as the bull nose out front. The eyebrow, they call that. This will all get graded up. You might see a little bit of this edge, so we brought that down just a bump. Coming up there, he's going to redo those steps. Our nice intersection here, I really like the detail there. I already talked about that corner. As I was sealing this, I think I misspoke earlier. I believe we started this job Wednesday morning, and it's now Friday afternoon. So we made really good progress on here. I might have to buy the guys lunch. There's the front. I don't know if I commented on this. Tom ran a saw cut down the center of those steps, nice and wide like that. That way if it hairlines through there, nobody will ever know it. As I'm walking around here, I'm looking for tools, steel pins that we leave behind, pieces of rebar, camera, transit legs. And that looks good. This is all done. Okay, I'll wrap this project up. As always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. I hope you enjoyed the video. Send your comments, tell some friends. Let's keep this channel growing. We had a real nice growth spurt. Now we sort of tapered off. Let's see if we can't kick it in high gear and get it moving to the next level. Even if we stay right here, I'm having tons of fun talking to everybody, learning and sharing. So see you on the next one, everybody.